Hey, what is up? I'm gonna be doing some Drunken Flight Simulator. So here's my always sunny image here of the Wade Boggs challenge. Not gonna be doing that exactly, but I'm gonna start drinking here and see how I can fly this plane. I was thinking maybe I should try to try to do okay before I start. But let me see. I'm gonna load this shit up. It looked amazing. I downloaded everything and got it going. It looks awesome. So just the look of it should be cool. This should use my graphics card well. Popping it open, getting going, man. There's a game called Sifu. Cool. Yeah, let me load this shit up. Starting to run here. I'm gonna take a shot. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to drink that. That's gonna happen. Didn't realize the sound was gonna be so high. Oh, let's see. Game's from 2020. Pretty damn new. First shot in. God damn, this was like 158 meg down or gigabyte download. Huge ass fucking game. Should look dope though. Should look really cool. Well, do. All right, first things first. Let me turn down the sound. Shit. I don't need the sound being. Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello?
How's it going, man?
You can hear me?
Yep. Just starting this thing up. It looks, dude, it looks fucking really cool. I'm not sure how to start everything, but you're gonna see it. Like, it looks pretty awesome. Just the. Let me see. What should I do? Discover. I'll click the first thing here.
So, yeah, I see now you're really just playing a better version of the same thing we did because it looks exactly how it did for me.
Yeah, it just now it's like 2020. You know, now it's years later where it actually looks good. And this is on like the best settings you can have on it. Is this graphics card? So let's see. I'm gonna fly over Lake Kumo.
Yeah, I know Bill Burr flies like these little type of plane things all the time. He's got like a license and he's done it for several years now. I'd be too freaked out, man. My level of anxiety, I wouldn't want to risk just having like a mental breakdown and not knowing what to do.
Yeah. Oh, like actually flying a plane?
By myself, yeah, like with no one around, because I feel like you need to have somebody with you just in case. Like, say, what if like you have like some kind of, I don't know, weird episode or like pass out or something? Just never
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like there's a co-pilot for a reason, you know. Yeah, but I just got like, I'm done with like my fantasy shit, but like this guy from Twitter and my boss, who I helped all year, who's in first and finished with best record. Both people finished with best record.
Yeah,
I helped. All right, so like I helped them in their draft, and then I helped them like all year with ads and stuff, and they both finished their leagues with best record,
that's
and they're
cool.
in the finals. Like I know, but it's just like at this point, like the strategy I use and stuff, it's like so not like foolproof, but like the percentage of it doing well is like more than I even imagined or expected. Like it's to the point where like I had two leagues, and I almost had like 20 more games ahead than everybody else. Like I've never had that happen before. That's like ridiculous. I mean, they're like $200 buy-ins, not like thousand, but still, if you can profit at that range, then I'll try and work my way up to that point. It's just I need to keep making more money than I'm spending so I can keep paying for the buy-ins just from the money I won. I don't want to ever like deposit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this looks cool though.
I was talking to this guy who used to work for Roto World, and now he does like this his own thing with like Patreon, and but he said Substack is better for just writing like
Yeah,
literary
that
stuff,
I've heard of that too.
and
That's another
Patreon
thing.
is better
Substack.
for visual podcast stuff. So I might need both, to where Substack I'll do for written stuff, and then Patreon I'll do for like screen sharing. I mean, I don't. I feel like it's not a good idea to have a podcast behind a paywall, because you should just put on like all the platforms and get whatever exposure you can, and then, like you said, or subscribe to, make incentives based on the podcast instead of having the whole thing hidden. Because a podcast like that, you want to have it as popular and like far-reaching as possible to get ad revenue, possibly, and sponsorships. I don't think putting it behind a paywall is a good idea.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's what's the hard thing to tell with that. To tell you the truth, man. I don't know. Like, I think you could scare off some people at the same time of having it. I don't know. I think a lot of people
Scare
could be
people up with
going to
that.
you because it's free too. Like
Yeah, I know, but that. I mean, you know,
yeah,
you
that's
got
the
to like
part.
build up to really charging people for stuff. I mean, I wouldn't want some like random asshole I have no idea whether they're credible or not asking me for money, for help,
Right.
to then just like fuck me over or not do a good enough job. And almost I like, and I don't want to do this because people would take advantage of it, but like maybe the first time is free and then the next time is paid. But it's like, how many assholes are just gonna do one thing and then never again?
Right.
That's why whenever I help people, I ask for money up front and then a percentage of the winnings, because I mean, well, but I've already like made the money, so it's kind of difficult to really do that generally. Like all day today, I was like trying to think about how to like structure it, and like there's a lot of tiers people use for stuff.
Right.
There's like levels you can initially pick from. So I'm trying to decide or think like what would be the most basic shit, and what would be the more like um time consuming and like involved stuff, that where it's got to be like significant money to put myself through like that much kind of shit. Like
I'm taking this
30
thing
minutes
down.
maybe, 30 minutes of like a screen share for like a certain amount of money, like that kind of thing. Because I wouldn't want somebody to log in for like 5 minutes and fuck off and then not really help me. But then
Yeah.
again, like it doesn't take 30 minutes to do what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to figure out like that, uh like a intermediate point that's like
I'm taking this thing down. So yeah, let's see if I can crash this motherfucker. I took the brakes off.
All that
There
stuff
it
on the
goes.
mountain is just showing you how the wind is.
Yeah, I think that's something with that. Let's
So
see this
then you
thing
need to
crash.
adjust. How do you adjust for the wind? What do you need to do?
I don't know. Maybe you can like go with it. That didn't seem to let me control anything. That seemed like it
Feels a
was
little bit like
all.
golf. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when you're about to strike the ball, you can see how the wind's blowing and the trajectory, and then you have to compensate for where it will then land.
seemed like it. I'm gonna go over the pyramids, man.
But I don't know about you. Like when we would go driving, every time I'd hit it, it would always like be off a certain way to where I need to almost turn my body like from the initial drive to compensate for it moving that much. Which is probably not good. Like I don't think you want to, because that'll probably like fuck the amount of um, power you, or I don't know. Like it just doesn't feel right to do it like that. You should just hit it straight to begin with.
Going over Giza, man.
I always wanted to get better at golf, but it's just so fucking expensive. Like it's not like a cheap hobby to have.
No.
And if you suck and you're out there and you're like delaying fucking people, I don't want a bunch of like random assholes up my ass every single shot, like waiting for me to finish. You know.
Right. Exactly. This looks really good, though, man.
Yeah, it's pretty. Especially in the cockpit, the lighting looks pretty. I don't know, just like
It's
accurate.
real. Yeah, it looks kind of
Yeah,
real.
it's creepy.
I'm gonna crash into that fucking
It's like
pyramid,
that
man.
deep fake stuff, you know,
Yeah.
where they're like taking celebrities and putting them on. I don't even know. I guess they try and find like porn stars who were similar. I don't really know how that works, but I know it's like a uh, especially like on what is it, the dark web. There's a lot of like people that create that stuff, and then you like contact them and tell them like a person that you know or something, and then they make it for you.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird. I don't know, not maybe a movie or like a documentary. You know, like just exploring that whole type of thing. I wonder how like if the there's definitely like levels of how good people are at it. Like the very high end ones. I wonder how much money they make like per month doing that.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Let's see. Do some flight training.
So you should is the point of stream that you get extremely hammered and then try and land the plane?
That
But
was gonna. That might be what I was trying to do. Let's see if I could
well,
get that
did you
going.
like pregame?
I'm drinking right now.
No, I know, but you're not drunk yet.
No, I'm not drunk yet,
You
but
should
I'm
have
getting
like
there. I got two.
shotgun
I'm
a
two
bunch
in.
of beers and then came on.
Yeah, I mean, I have my I have this
Wait, can you
thumbnail
get
here.
your can you have like a bar on the screen that shows your blood alcohol content?
Yeah, I should have like an injection in here. I
I
should have
know
like
I'm sure that like there's planes that have breathalyzers built in.
yeah, I should have like I should be hooked into
Because
my
you've seen
blood.
Fight, right? Where Denzel Washington's like a raging alcoholic, but he's also
No,
an
I never saw
amazing
that.
pilot. It's a
I
good
never saw
movie. I
that.
fucking love it.
That was
Remember we were
kind of
talking
new,
about how
right?
John Goodman was a villain in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he like saves a flight from going down with because there was like failure uh in the plane,
Wait,
but
is he a pilot or is he just some fuck on the plane?
no, he's like a real pilot. It's just he's also an alcoholic, but he's like a functional alcoholic who's still a great pilot. But
Okay.
because of the accident, they look into like everything that happened,
That's like fucking
despite the fact
Sully.
that he like saved the plane from going down,
That's
and
like
then they
Sully.
find out his what?
That's like that Sully guy. He was drunk apparently too.
Really, I didn't know Sully was a drunkard.
Well, that's what they claimed, that it came out that he was drunk while he did that. So that's why.
No, I
But
thought
also, it could have
geese
been
were.
fake. They just want to discredit, like it was like insurance stuff from the company.
Oh, I
But they
wonder
claimed he
if
was a
it
drunk.
is like an adaptation or inspired by it. I mean, there was no geese, I don't think, in the movie. I think it was more of like a just failure of the planes stuff. But that's fucked up. Well, they made Sully. They made Tom Hanks with Sully, right?
Yeah,
I never watched that shit. It looked real boring, and I have, I've seen enough Tom Hanks movies in my life. I don't need another. Not that he's bad or anything. It's just like whatever.
yeah,
I don't need to see Sully. I don't feel like I'm missing out. They should have had. This is what they should have had. They should have had Sully as like a superhero with like geese flying in the engines, and then there's like terrorists on the plane that he had to kill, and then eventually he
hmm
finds out in the cockpit is like a bunch of vipers while he's drunk the whole time. Yeah, this I don't know. This is it's pretty uneventful. Where you got to get your baggage taken off the plane, and then
this is pretty complicated. Open the camera panel on the toolbar. I can open the camera.
yeah, it does seem like you really need to read the manual or
You gotta
something
know what you're
before you
doing
start.
here.
Well, the throttle I've heard of.
I've heard of that. I've been
That's
looking at.
like your gas, isn't it? Or like gear. Like say you're driving and you're shifting. That's your gear. Like your throttle's your gear kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that. Where's your brake at?
I don't know if there is a brake.
Yeah,
Interact
there
with the
is.
copy using the
There's like there's something on the plane that creates the wind to resist, so you'll slow down. It's on your wings. They flap up and down. I don't know the term, but I know it exists. It's like when you're rollerblading and you put your heel down. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. I know
Interact.
the yoke is just like the driver's kind of wheel thing. Yeah, I don't know what mixture is though. Well, you don't have to worry about anti-ice,
Yeah,
depending on the environment you choose. I
I
mean,
think you
personally,
can.
I would pick the easy stuff at first.
I think you can fly in weather too.
Of course, yeah, you have to. Because a lot of times, even though you'll get like a weather report probably when you're going to fly, it'll be different once you get out there. I mean, it's hard to be like perfect on all that kind of shit.
Right. Move the camera using right, left, alt plus down.
Just don't JFK Jr. this motherfucker and fly
Oh,
upside down
that's what I'm
into an
trying.
ocean. That's fucking crazy. Like he didn't even know that he was flying upside down.
Okay. Bitch, I'm just trying to fucking crash this shit. Come on. Control space. Nice. I got 10,000 score. Hey. I'm ready to be next Sully. All right. Basic handling. Learn about the yoke. I'm gonna take this seriously. Learn about the yoke. You've heard of the yoke, Leon? Only yoke I fucking know is eggs.
Yeah, no, I've heard of it. It's just like a steering wheel, right?
I guess it looked like it was like the back of the steering wheel.
But I feel like it goes more in and out, like you push it in and out, than it really goes left to right. I feel like you don't want to be turning left to right that much,
Right. You want to be
because
kind
that's
of
when you
even.
start like spiraling out of control and like I feel like you want to be steady and level all the time, and when you turn, you want to just slightly adjust it. You don't want to like jar yourself over. But yeah, all right, I'll be back.
All right. Yeah. Num 7. I don't know how to click that. Who's the author? Num 7. I don't know how to click that. Num 7. What do I click? What do I click for num? This is what this is the drunk. This is the real drunken version. Just getting here and you're confused. Shift. All right, shift down. Shift up. Shift left. And all around. Shift right. All right, I moved all around. Num 4. How the fuck do I click num? Num lock 4. Move the alter on. Let's do this. Let's do function num. Function 4. No. I don't know about this num shit here. Num lock 4. 4. I can't click that shit, man. All right, use. All right, move the ailerons by using num 4 / num 7. I'm clicking that shit. Let me see if I can see control. Let me see if I can see some shit. This aileron num 6. Control num 6. I don't know how to click num 6. All right, this one's ending. Main menu. All right, let's see. I'm just trying to crash this shit. Let's see. Let's do takeoff, man. Let's get it going. Get a shot in here. Gonna be some takeoff. I haven't drank in a bit. Feeling the lightweightness here. I don't know about you, Leon. When's the last time you drank? I don't know if he's here. All right, let's. It looks good. All right. Yeah. This is gonna be hard to fucking get this thing off the road. All right, looks like I'm gonna hit into a tree. Yeah. I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna hit some trees. Fuck. Shit. How do I fly with a fucking keyboard? I think I need a joystick. All right, interact. How do I move to the right? All right, I'm clicking it. Now what do I do? Oh. Flight control. I don't know how you do this shit. Keep oh, short. All right, let me try that. Yeah, I'm lost on this. All right, everything looks fine. Ooh, that did something. This might be doing something. All right, this might be doing something here. All right, shit. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to. Wow, this thing's fucking tough. I'm gonna apply technology all over again. Wow. How do I stop? All right, let's just go for it. I don't think I can do this. This is far too complicated. Hitting shit. I don't know. You seen this, Leon? Can't stand this. Fuck. I think I need a controller. Do some real shit. Let's do some Maverick shit. Some Top Gun shit. Go over Tokyo. Oh, man. Oh, man. There we go. I can do this. I can sit back and watch this shit go. Yeah, I'm shit at this. I mean, it looks awesome, though. I give it that. It looks really fucking cool. Let me go into the cockpit here. All right, let's see if I can click anything.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm fucking terrible at this.
Are you drunk yet?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm getting there, but
You
I'm definitely just.
You should have been gotten. This is false advertising. I need to hear you slurring.
Well, I think I'm about to flip the plane.
Really? It's
I don't know.
that hard?
It's really hard, dude. It's so complicated.
I remember it being really hard when I was doing it, but I was like 14 or whatever the fuck. What were we, like 12? I don't even remember.
Oh, it's very complicated.
What the shit? What
Look
age
at this
were
shit.
we during that class, do you think?
I'm gonna take this plane down.
Well, it's just you in it. Maybe you need more on the line, you know? You need like a family of like 5 behind you screaming.
Yeah.
Wait, this is how you're driving this motherfucker?
I'm trying to fly this thing.
This is not intentional what you're doing right now.
No.
Oh my god, this is hard. Bro, just chill. Like, relax the yoke.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't even use the yoke.
Oh, you're about to nosedive into a fucking ground? No. Ooh. What mode are you on?
Easy mode.
Oh, damn.
This shit's just like hard.
Is this supposed to be for kids?
I think it's.
Or is this like? I feel like this is like a just actual flight simulator for like pilots trying to be pilots.
It could be because it's like you make the slightest move though, you're like fucked.
You know, I heard a lot of times the army will try and recruit people who are really good at gaming because when you're drone bombing, a lot of times you don't even realize it's real people. You just think you're like playing some kind of like simulator, and you know, I can see it.
All right, I'm gonna crash into the fucking
I feel like
pyramids.
I could be a really good drone bomber if you give me like a government salary. I can.
You think you'd be good?
Life.
I don't know how much longer I can play this.
All day.
I might be switching back over to WoW in a second.
Okay.
At least I know how to play WoW.
You gotta switch all your settings and stuff. Don't
I
you?
know it's a pain in the ass. I switch my tags and all that shit.
I know that's what I'm saying, man. It's like Twitch. Why don't you have like
It's YouTube
customizable
too.
settings? Oh, YouTube. Well, you know what I mean though. Like as a programmer or like a web designer, don't you think it's a good idea to just have as a profile you have presets. You can pick maybe like 3 to 4 to 5 that you use all the time and just rotate them. And based on the game you're playing, it's all connected already. It's set up. You just switch it over. You don't have to like individually put it all in every single time. You know, like
Yeah.
how does that not exist? This is stupid. This is bad planning. It's bad design.
Well, hopefully I'm gonna crash right into this fucking pyramid. No. All right, let me at least crash into this pyramid first. That's been the main goal. I want to terrorist attack this shit.
No, the main goal was to for you to land it.
Yeah, I ain't landing shit. I can tell you now. I'm actually super impressed with anyone who knows how to use this game. That's all I have to say. Although I think a lot of people use this with a joystick, and then it feels like it'd be a little easier.
So what do you think is
I
holding
think
you
it's.
back?
I mean, I think you really have to study the controls and then know. Also know. Like the slight. It's like I'm clicking this thing so slightly and it moves it. It's weird. It's like the slightest movement moves it into.
But that was talking about, man, you gotta like relax on the yoke. I told you it's about going in and out, not left and right. You gotta like when you want to turn, you have to go very, very slow just to see how it reacts. Because that's why they show you the wind. If you go too hard, too fast, and you catch a current, that's what creates the tailspin. You want to just go really, really slight, see how it reacts, then do a little more, and then do a little more, and just ease it in eventually.
I crashed right into that fucking pyramid. That was the goal there. Shit, I can fly around here. You know, it is accurate. It's like accurate to Google Maps, so I could like fly in New Jersey and see shit that you could actually see.
Wait, they don't even have an explosion. Like, do you remember that racing car game for N64 called like Rush 21 or something?
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to see that. I agree. Should be able to see the explosion. There's another shot. This shot
That game
number
was
4.
awesome, man. That was like one of the better. I don't like car games, but that one was fun. You could like create ramps and obstacle courses and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, if you want to push to WoW, let me know because oh, there's a rainbow.
It's like the slightest movements. The slightest movements take you out of control. Oh shit.
One thing I'm like kind of confused about doing is I have a Google sheet. You know, remember that closer one I showed you?
Right.
That's like a live thing that I can update all the time, and it'll have a lot of like implications for people immediately. How do I like? I don't know how to like sell that. You know, obviously I know I can. The good thing about it is that I can privately lock it and just share it through email, which is really good. But I don't know how to like explain or tell people what it is and how to pay
Right.
for it. You know.
I'm not exactly sure of that either. I think the best thing for you to do is to try to find someone doing something similar and copy them. You know, like,
Well, I can't see what they're doing because it's behind paywalls that I don't pay for.
yeah, then there might be someone you might want to pay for. Just to at least
I
like
don't.
see.
I don't like paying for shit. I don't need. I don't need them to do what I'm already doing for
Yeah,
me.
well, I mean, I would just do it to see. Also, some
All
things you
right.
don't have to pay. I think you can look at what they're giving out on Patreon. You'll see like a little lock icon, but you can sort of see what they're doing.
Like, see,
I mean,
your patron.
I paid for Red Letter Media Patreon like a month or two, then I canceled it. They didn't give anything good. There was like a video or two that they gave out that was for members only.
Like, say you were a patron trying to get fantasy sports help. Like, what would you want? As far as like,
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I'm not really your market because I don't know.
well, all right. Say like when you were doing your football league, I could charge you pretty much per week to tell you how to do bids. I could tell you who to add. I could tell you like, um, based on your matchup, you know. Actually, no, it's not matchup based because it doesn't matter. It's really just those two things, and then it's also just like general roster construction of your entire team for the whole year. So like how like if say like you didn't know me and I did all that, like what would you expect to pay for that kind of stuff on a weekly basis? 10?
Um,
Or that's way too much.
that seems a little high. Honestly, like $3 on a weekly thing, maybe. Like not that much.
It's only like $50.
Yeah, but people don't want to pay anything. You have to realize
No, I
that.
mean they will. They'll pay. They don't want to pay, but they will pay because they have like insecurities where they don't want to decide stuff for themselves and they want somebody to do it for them. That's where the money really is at, Start sit stuff. It's like people don't want to be on the fence and have to decide for themselves. They want somebody else to do it for them. And then they have somebody to scapegoat and blame, which I'm
Yeah.
fine with because I can't be 100% right all the fucking time. Like a lot of people that pay me for help will have like freak outs and say like, "Do I drop this person?" Which is like, no, like you never want to drop this guy. And I need to tell them, like, I need to like walk them off the cliff like a fucking therapist. Like I don't know how to charge people for that.
Damn it.
Like there's so much that goes into this shit all the time. Like you know, it's actually I think it's easier to charge through basketball and baseball than it is football because football, you know what? Actually, no, you just change the rate
Yeah.
instead based on the amount of games. So, like for football, it'd be like 20, and for baseball or basketball, no, basketball would be like 10, and
Right.
baseball would be like 5, just given the volume and scale.
Yeah. Yeah, baseball should be a little more. I get that. It's a little more
Yeah.
work.
Baseball, I like don't even want to do. It's just too much.
No one
I
wants to
need
even
to.
watch it either.
Yeah, I mean they made all these rule changes to end the game shorter, which okay, it's still the same boring shit. It just ends like an hour earlier than it did before. Great, good job. Wow, this looks awesome.
Are you in the Rio one? Yeah, I mean the graphics look amazing. I'm just having a hard time staying like afloat. I can only imagine someone flying on the plane I'm on now, like where I'm just completely going back and forth, wobbling. I want to crash into the Jesus. That was my goal. This is in Brazil. Damn, where's that fucking
Have you ever looked
Jesus?
at the Twitter analytics stuff?
I did in the past. I'll say this because I just know a little bit from like work and shit. I don't trust and put a lot of weight into impressions. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't really know what they are.
Oh no, I
They're
would have
like
took out a kid here.
what?
I would have took out a family of Portuguese people right there.
Yeah, I like to go to Portugal. I heard Lisbon's really nice.
Well, Brazil is Portuguese too. Yeah, no, I've
Yeah, what
actually heard.
are impressions?
What do you say? What are frogs?
No impressions. I mean, that term is like so.
What are
I don't
frauds?
know. Like,
Yeah, I don't impressions. I don't buy. I think it's like I don't. I think it's honestly bullshit. I think it's a way to be like not really tell you what it is.
no, I focus more on profile visits because that's where if they're visiting my profile, then they see my pin tweet, and I want everyone to see the article on the head-to-head nine-cat NBA punt strategy shit. Like that is, you know,
Okay,
that
so
is like
I
one of
just
the
looked up
best
what
things I've
impressions
ever
are.
done. Like that article is like really long, really thorough, and if I was like a licensed writer, I could have been like maybe nominated for like writer of the year type of award type of thing. Like they give that kind of stuff out, but on this type of scale, it's just like I just wanted people to try and use it, whether they know how to or not. It's going to depend on how much I help them. So that's what I'm looking to do. Is like I want to. That's what I think I'll do next year. Is I'll make like a post like pre-draft on how the whole thing works and what I'm trying to do, and then that'll be the free post that then engages into the Patreon or
Right.
the Substack. Because every single person that sees the profile will see that immediately before anything else, which is what I want.
Maybe I could do a helicopter easier.
Helicopters are a whole different way of flying.
I feel like I might be able to do it easier.
I like helicopters, but I
Oh
don't know.
God,
Did they have like issues with longevity compared to a plane?
I think so.
I feel like they are more taxing on fuel,
I
right?
think they're more like confusing because I'm looking at this and it's fucking confusing. That's what I'll
Well, you know
say.
the yoke.
I
Where's
don't
your
know shit
yoke?
about the yolk. I don't know what the fuck the yolk is. I know a yolk and an egg.
It's a steering wheel.
It's egg. All right, let's see if I can bring this thing up. All right. Oh shit. It's really hard to fly a helicopter. I think I'm realizing that. Helicopter, that's like some next level shit, man. I'm gonna go to Naples in Italy. This is your people,
Yeah,
Leland.
I'd like to go to Italy.
It's your
I feel
people,
like they
right?
have. I mean, we're all just kind of like weird mutated bastards at this point.
This is Dago Wap Island.
Yeah, I got. I remember the first time I got called a Dago. I thought they were ordering something.
I've never heard anyone being called a Dago.
I thought they said bagel because they were Jewish. It was
I,
like,
I think the only time I heard Dago was in that shitty movie with Robert De Niro as the dad, and he was like a good guy. And what's that? Something in the Bronx, Bronx
with
Tale,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Bronx Tale.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio as his son, but like not his actual son. He's like the stepfather. A Boy's Life.
No, not Boys
You
Life.
ever seen that movie?
I don't think so.
It's good. It's not a fun watch, but it's a really good movie.
Well, I'm always trying to watch a fun watch. That's why I watched The Whale.
Well, I mean, The Whale might as well be a comedy.
Wait, what's the name of the movie?
A Boy's Life. Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, I've seen this
Um,
movie. I've seen that. Yeah,
he's
I've
like a
seen
Boy
that.
Scout. Yeah, and he's the. I have like a horrible connection to Boy Scout stuff that I never wanted to deal with. I don't know why my mom put me through
What
that
did
fucking
you?
shit.
Was there like a scout leader or something that? Did something to you?
No, my troop was like a bunch of retarded people. I felt
You had a
for a
retarded
while
troop?
I started questioning like if I was on the spectrum or like mentally challenged.
Well, maybe your
I
mom
was
thought
with
that
like
and didn't want
Billy
to say anything.
Martins and fucking the Menenzi brothers and
I
not
don't think they were
Menenzi,
retarded. Minetti.
Minetti. The Minetti brothers were in my troop, and then Angelo Piccolello and Sal. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" And I'm like, "Am I mentally retarded? Like, why am I with all these fucking? Why am I in like the retarded troop? Am
I
I in
think
the
you
goof
were.
troop?
I think you were. I think that
Yeah, but
was
then I
like,
was with Sante, who's like, and not Sante, Michael Savitz, who's like really fucking smart, you know.
yeah, he was smart.
But what, like, and I actually had to hang out with him and we made ice cream by putting a bunch of shit in a coffee jar and rolling it around. We made vanilla ice cream.
That's cool.
You never did that?
You just kind of like churned it.
Yeah, maybe you should have joined the retarded troop.
Yeah, I
Missed
mean, I
out.
wasn't making ice cream. I mean, I remember Boy Scouts was such a like in our town. Boy Scouts was such a bullshit thing because all the fathers never wanted to do anything. So the majority of the scout leaders were like mothers. That is not like what Boy Scouts is like about in most places.
Yeah, Saywood's mom was like our troop
Scout leader of the whole thing, right?
scout leader. Yeah.
Or was it Mrs. Skumo? It was like one of them.
Well, mine was Saywood's mom.
This does look awesome, by the way. Like this looks incredible. I'll say that. Like this game looks
Yeah, it
really
looks
cool.
great, but I mean, is
It's
it fun
hard.
to play?
No, it's very
Because you're
hard
not
to
drunk
play.
enough. That's why.
I mean, I'm drinking. I'm trying to
All
get. I'm
right, let
trying to
me
get there.
do 2 shots right
3 more
now.
shots and I'll be like Sully. 3 more shots and I'll be ready
I want
to
to hear
crash
it.
into
I
the
want
hot
to
stone.
hear. I want to hear it go down your throat.
I think I'm on
Put the
shot
mic
number
up.
4. This is number 4 or 5.
What do you average?
This is high for me. This is high for me. What do you drink? What's the number to get you there? Not like what's the number to get you feeling it? What's your number of drinks?
Well, I mix stuff. You're doing like straight
You're
stuff,
talking
aren't you?
mixers, like orange juice?
Yeah, I like to mix vodka with seltzer because seltzer is, um, it's just like having water in it, but in some way it adds flavor and carbonation if it's fresh, and it um, accentuates the acidity of the orange juice without me really adding much into it because I don't want to use orange juice. It's got a lot of sugar. It's high in calorie. It's not something I really want to put a lot in. I just want the flavor to mask the brutal nature of the alcohol in itself. So I just need, um, I'd say, a quarter of the glass is vodka, the rest is seltzer, and then I just top it off with orange juice and mix it with a metal stir that has like a orb whisk at the end.
Okay.
And I add a shitload of ice. I like to compensate with ice because I want it cold from the moment I'm drinking it to like to where it's melting down. Then I'll add more ice later on because I don't want to. I don't like hot alcohol. It burns. I hate that shit. I don't like dry shots of alcohol where it's just like burning, awful, like just trying to get it in my
So
body, like I'm taking a shot of medicine.
so what do you
I
think
don't
the
like
number
that shit.
is? Like 3 drinks will get you kind of feeling it or no? Is that too little?
Well, it depends on how I pour it. I can get away with
I'm
2.
talking shots. How many shots? You got to break
Oh,
it
I don't
down
know.
in
I don't do
shots.
shots.
So you just estimate.
Well, I know.
You know what'll get you
All
there.
right, all right. So like maybe it's like
I do shots.
a shot and a half in per glass
Okay.
to where it's 3 to 4 shots total. I don't know, but I don't
So
do
like 4
shots.
shots is getting
I
you
don't like
feeling
that.
it or getting you there.
Well, if I want to get really fucked up, I'll do um, just a higher percentage of the pour. Like bartenders do. Like it's not about like how many shots you do. It's like the alcohol percentage of the rest of the drink. You know, like if you're a bartender, you can like light pour, heavy pour. You know, like you kind of know the clientele and compensate for it. Personally, I just have a certain ratio that I've kind of gauged based on my like um, height and weight and stuff like that. You know, like I just know what I need, and then if I need to go, if I want to go over, I know what to do. But if I want to be like balanced, then I maintain that volume.
Right. Oh man, I want to crash into Mount Vesuvius, but I think I'm gonna.
You know, try. Can you try
I'm
and
trying
force
to like.
yourself into spinning around?
I'm trying to like make it there. Ah, fuck. Yeah, Dancast said,
What's the
wow,
wind
something
like?
other than
Is the
wow.
wind that's fucking you up?
No, it's the control. Like it's the controls. Like you do a slight movement and it moves you so far. So you really have to do like the slightest movements possible. And I think if I don't have a like
I
a
told you, man. I told you, you got to ease on the yoke.
I don't know what
You
the
got to go
yeah.
just very, very gradual. Because think about it, like whenever you're dealing with something without really knowing what to do, it's not reliable at all. You just want to test it a little bit, see how it reacts, and then you can push it a little bit further and push it a little bit further until you kind of feel how to balance that out. You know, you don't want to just go full tilt right away.
Yeah, I heard
It's just
that
weird
about
though. It's like a weird experience because it's not like a game with like a competition or like a bunch of quests or something. You know, it's just like trying to
stay alive.
no. It's like trying to learn the experience of it. This doesn't even feel like a game. It really does feel like a tool
Yeah, I think
that we're just
honestly
like
it was
fucking with.
meant like to be a simulator. And I kind of see it. It was meant to be like used to fly for real. I'm gonna be dive bombing into the ocean, Mount Vesuvius. That's my new goal. Is I want to fucking fly into Mount Vesuvius. Shit. Oh,
How
the
much
anti
vacation time do you get per year?
not enough to go to Italy. I get 14 days. Pretty low.
No, I think that's standard. I got the same thing.
Yeah, it's not a good like my girlfriend's new job. She just started. She gets 20 days.
It's too much, man. Like
It's not too
I don't
much.
need that much.
Yeah, I'm twerking this plane. Oh, you're going to Italy, Dan Cass.
I'd rather
Nice.
not even use it and just get compensated for all of it.
Where are you going in Italy, Dan? Are you going to Rome? Naples? I think I've heard Naples is kind of awesome because it's like northern Italy. I've heard
I
good
heard
things.
just like I heard that it's surprisingly cheap compared to like what we have. You know,
I think
you
it's
can
just
get so
expensive
much
to get
food
there.
for
Dude,
less money.
I heard about Costa Rica and it's ridiculous. Like Costa Rica, if you want to get like food for the week, like how much, if you go to a grocery store, how much do you end up paying for the week worth of food? What do you pay?
Maybe like 20.
For a week's worth of groceries?
Well, yeah, I buy like a bunch of dry stuff.
You don't get like meat,
Uh,
like chicken or something? That
no, I
shit's
buy
fucking
dry stuff.
expensive.
I can buy like lentils and legumes in little dry packets, and then I'll buy
What are you, like a fucking
all the
pulper?
stuff to pair with it. What?
What are you, like a pulper? Eating like a vagabond. Do you have like the handkerchief on a stick kind of thing?
What are you talking about, man? It's
Eating
like,
beans and shit, huh?
well, it's cheaper than buying it in cans.
Yeah.
So instead of buying it canned,
Yeah, I
I
could
like just
see Italy
buy
cheap.
dry and make it myself
I like
because
Dan
it's not
Cass is
hard to
saying.
figure out, and I can soak it. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
soak
yeah.
it
That's
longer than
so
they
you
can.
soak it overnight.
Yeah,
You
because
have
that
to,
makes
right?
it
I love good
what?
black beans though. It's awesome. I do like good black beans. Are you doing black beans or are you doing like pinto beans?
No, I don't like Pinto. Well, I mean, I've
Black and
had
red.
it, but
Black and red
it's
are
kind
good.
of it's kind of like almost like I don't know how to put it. Um, I don't know. The taste, yeah. No, I'm not really into pinto beans. I like black beans. I like lentils, and I like
You like red
just
beans? It's
they're
kind of like black
okay.
beans.
I don't I prefer black, but um no, actually no, I don't really like them. No, they're too
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, chickpeas are good. Dan Cass is saying Italy is cheap because the outside it's very poor outside Naples, Venice, Rome. I could see that. So anywhere you go is good, probably outside of the big places. But
Why does
Costa
that make it
Rica,
cheaper?
well, because I think it's poor, so you're gonna get your money's gonna go a long way. But Costa Rica, you can get a full thing of groceries. I'm talking like meat, vegetables, as much as you can get in a week for like $8. A lot of people end up kind of moving down there. It's like
Does
ridiculously
anybody
cheap.
still talk to Andrew at all?
I was talking to Andrew for a while when he was around, and then he moved. Then he's in Japan for a year, and I haven't really heard too much from him. Only like very little bit.
Yeah, I want to ask him. I want to like use my vacation time to go to Japan and have him like
Yeah,
with
he would.
me as like
He's
a
got a
translator and help
house
me.
or he's got an apartment there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit him up
But
because I
kind of
want to go there, but I don't want to be by myself and
yeah.
get
But I
fucked
heard
over by.
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna help you out too much. I know Bondar tried doing that with Andrew and said it kind of got pretty like unresponsive. I would try to do it yourself before hitting him up. He's pretty he's very unresponsive. It's a better way to put it. I don't know if it's a time difference or if he's busy, but yeah. I wouldn't rely too much on him if you're gonna go do that trip. That's a better way to put it.
Well, I'm
Unfortunately.
not gonna commit to anything unless he uh is okay with it. Like I would. That's way too much money and time and effort to
Yeah, I agree.
have
Yep.
somebody blow me off. Like I would never want to do
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of what it sounds like he might do. So I don't know if I would. I don't know if like he did
Okay,
that to
then the rest of the
Bondar.
trip will be just tracking his ass down and fucking.
Make a documentary about it.
I'll
Oh,
have to
Dan.
get a private investigator.
Oh, you're going to Kyoto, Dancast? That's cool. My one friend went crazy in Kyoto. He was the first white person in a mental hospital in Kyoto in 50 years. That's Tom.
Where did you get that from?
That's Tom. He went crazy in Kyoto.
Yeah, he did that like King of the Castle type of thing.
Yeah, he went nuts, and he was the first white person in that mental hospital in 50 years.
You go ahead.
It's like unbelievable.
Explain them what happened. Give them the whole
So what? I
context.
mean,
And
I don't
story.
know the details. Also, there could be some mental illness involved, but he didn't sleep.
No, but we were doing like some fucked up shit before that. Like we were drugging
Yeah,
out and not sleeping before that whole time.
yeah. He was taking drugs, probably psychedelics, MDMA, and he wasn't sleeping for about a week. And then he went on a class trip to Japan. It was through a community college, and he went insane a little before. Almost like I heard all our friends talking about it because I didn't go on the trip, but they said like he looked insane on the plane going over there. Like they'd look back, he was in the back of the plane. Like they'd look back and see like a wide eye crazy person in the back of the plane.
Was he tripping?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, he was pretty much tripping the whole time. Like he was tripping just because he hadn't slept in a week, and he was kind of coming down from taking drugs. But
What drugs?
he
Were
was
we
taking
shrooming that time, or
ecstasy.
were we on like amphetamines?
He was taking ecstasy and amphetamines, and I don't know. It could have been, I think,
By the way,
mushrooms.
he's a drug. He was a drug counselor.
Yeah, so he's a very responsible person.
So at least you know that he's got experience.
I mean, the funny thing about him is, he has such an issue with, like, when he comes home. Like I saw him last week, and when he comes home, he has such a hard time not doing drugs. Like I mean, I do feel bad for him. It's definitely an addiction. He has such a hard time not like hitting up his cousin to get like meth. It's bad. It's not. It's like,
Doesn't.
well, he's or his step brother, But
I know his step family's like hot as fuck. How they doing?
Well, one of the hot daughters has like his hot
Their
stepsister
model?
has a husband who's straight up like a meth dealer. And he always told me that he was getting coke from this guy, but it turns out he was getting meth. Like he told me the truth one day. He's like, "Yeah, I was getting meth from that guy."
I wonder what meth is like. You know, I would
It's like a
like to
cheap
have like a.
cocaine. But it's he told me about it. It sounds horrible. It's like you take a little bit, if you just do like a tiny bump of it, it keeps you up for like 2 days. So it doesn't sound like enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, to me, if I were gonna do that, I want to have a purpose for it. You know, like if I'm grinding out like a final, or I'm like trying to put a bunch of work in. You know, that doesn't even feel recreational. It feels almost like it has a purpose. You know, like actually, it feels like Adderall or what was the other version we got? Vyvanse. You know,
Yeah.
when I took that, I literally recorded an entire mixtape of um like weird trap psychedelic shit. Uh, like an entire album all in one day, and I felt like a fucking superhero. This is nuts. Like I felt like I was every time I would breathe, I would inhale more oxygen. Every time I would like do anything, it felt like amplified. You know, I
Yeah.
felt like I was on like a steroid.
Yeah, no, it definitely does that. Yeah, meth
But then
is
I'd crash. The
meth is
next day,
stupid. I agree.
the
Yeah, I
next day,
guess.
my entire body was like drained. I literally like just laid around like a empty vessel. It like completely uh just almost evaporated every liquid in my body. I felt like I couldn't drink enough to
Yeah.
get dehydrated. It was fucking to get hydrated. It was weird.
I'll
You know,
say this with meth. It seems like the people who like it just like it because they can't get coke. And I don't think it's any cheaper, actually. I think it's the same price.
well, they don't like it at all. It's just a substitute for what they're
It's a
trying to get.
substitute. Well,
They
it's
probably
like,
hate it.
it's a substitute that's like, you do a little bit and it goes a lot further than coke. It's like, so you have that. I think that's why they like it. But yeah, he went crazy in Japan. He was on a bus, and he said he thought he was Borat, so he kept saying he's the king of the castle, king of the castle. And then he tried to jump on the driver, and so the driver had to like brake and pull off the side of the road, and he had to go straight to like a mental hospital, or else he was gonna get arrested.
Fucking crazy. He
Yeah,
could
he
have
could have
killed
got.
all of you.
He also could have like the bus driver could have pressed charges. I
Well,
wasn't
you
there.
were on the bus, man. He could
I
have
was not
like
there. I was
he
with you.
could
We
have
were,
easily
dude.
just
We were
murdered everybody.
when we heard about this. I was playing WoW. You were over my house.
No,
We were
no, I
playing
thought you were
WoW.
on the bus when he did it.
No, I didn't go to Japan.
Oh, so
You were at my
you almost
house when I found out about this. I remember that. I remember like
I wanted
Dave
to
texted
go. I
me
really wanted to go, but
and they were like,
I didn't have
"Tom's
enough
gone."
money myself to like pull it off, and uh, my parents said like, "Yeah, you're not going." So
Yeah, I don't think it was cheap. It was really expensive.
it was very expensive. Everyone who went, you know, either had money or was going for like a major reason. You know,
Well,
like
Mike didn't have money.
large
I think his
investment.
parents just paid for it. But like sometimes I get it. If it's something like that, it's like a once in a lifetime trip. I think a lot of people will pay
I don't
for
know,
it.
still, man. It's fucking. Like, you think about it, like just when you're born, like you get set into like certain stuff where you just either like horribly fucked, lucky, and then intermediate, and like just being able to just on a whim go on a trip to Japan.
Oh
That's not
yeah, who?
normal shit. Like that's not normal shit
No, that ain't normal
at
shit.
all. Like it would take me years to save up to go there and have vacation time accrued, and it would probably be like 5, 10 years of work to even get to that place where he just on a whim got to go. You know, like
Right?
that's
Yeah.
not
Well, a lot of people
that's
did that.
that's fucked up. That's
But
not like
also, dude, his parents had to come get him out of mental hospital, and they had to get a flight that they booked like ultra quick. I think he told
could
like
have left him there.
I think they spent like $7,000 just to get over there because they needed to get like the next flight over, kind of thing.
Personally, I would
And
have
that
said
was two
fuck it.
people. It was like $14,000 total just to get over there and back.
If I'm her, I would have said fuck it, leave him there, and then
Yeah,
just
you
have
know
another
his
kid
mom's
or
not doing
somebody
that shit.
else
You know
fly
his
over
mom's not
him.
gonna do that. Oh, this is a diamond aircraft. See the seats? I mean, this does look awesome. I'll give it that. This is a cool looking game. I mean, I'm not traveling anywhere. I ain't going on fucking these fucking
Man,
death tubes.
I just had COVID in the last like less than a fucking year, 2 times, and the flu. I'm like,
You're ready to go
I'm just so
travel.
afraid to fucking even go out anymore, man. It's like every time I go out in a public space, I get some fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's fucking. You know I'm not social, but like I like went out for St. Patrick's Day, uh, and immediately I got COVID, and then for the rest of the week, you know how I was like saying I was working from home. Yeah, I got an even worse version of the first time I got COVID again. Like I couldn't even fucking walk at times.
Yeah,
I was
Dan.
just everything I ate, I was just instantly vomiting up. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
Dan. I
Fucking
don't know if I
horrible.
agree with the boosters. I don't know. He says get
Everyone thinks
boosters.
this it's like a joke or like a statistic. It's like it's fucking bad, man. Like I couldn't even breathe. Like
Yeah, but
every
that
time I
was
would try and inhale, I had like nothing there. I was just so weak. It's just I don't think people realize
yeah.
the
I mean,
ramifications of all this bullshit that people are doing, and by people I mean like political parties for advancements of their own money and industry. How all the bullshit fallout affects every random piece of shit asshole like me. You know, like every time I go out now, it's like I don't even want to be near anybody. I have like this fucking mental complex in my head now, and I'm like a fucking agoraphobe. Like they fucking, I feel like I've been
well, I
brainwashed.
mean, I'm
You
not
know,
gonna say. I mean, you definitely had that going before this, though, too. You know,
I know.
but it
No,
adds
I
to
know
it.
you
It
know.
adds
I
to
know
it.
you know. I had that already, but
Yeah,
getting sick this many times for that amount of
dude. I just
time,
feel like, man, you
it
can.
makes it compounds it so much
But
worse
the issue is
than
this:
I
is
already thought of. Like
you can go to
clearly,
a supermarket and get it just randomly. So it's like you might as well go and do other shit. You know, like if you can just get it randomly for doing nothing, you know, you might as
I
well,
know,
man.
but I don't want to like keep putting my body through this shit over and over again just to go. You know, like it, it's not like I know people have gotten COVID and like they don't feel a thing, they don't notice it. But like the last 2 times I got it, it was like
Yeah, Dan Kess
it
is
was
saying,
like the worst time
don't
I've
let it
ever
get
been
to you.
sick in my life. Like I couldn't.
And I do agree with what he
I
says.
was
Is if
vomiting everything up. I couldn't sleep because I was coughing
yeah,
all night
well, that's the thing.
uncontrollably,
If you're
and my
really
entire body had no energy. I had no like my brain would barely function. I was like in a complete fog. I couldn't do anything,
well,
and
that's the
it
thing is if
feels
you're
like a
really
fucking
like
joke,
affected by
but
it,
it's not for me.
you're really affected by it, and it's like kind of a big issue for you. Then the truth is, you probably should go get the boosters. You know,
I
it's
already did it. Like I've already gone through all the vaccinations that required
well,
and gotten boosters.
you got two of the regular ones. You didn't get the boosters, though, right? You just got the two regular ones.
So I just have to like get 8 fucking booster shots.
Well, I mean, if you want to feel more comfortable with things, that might help. You know,
It's not a matter of being comfortable. I'm just saying like the toll it's taken on my fucking body so far. Like my respiratory system is fucked. Like every time I try and breathe now, it's like it's different. It's not it's not the strength it used to be. And I don't even know what to do. Like maybe I need to get like an inhaler. Like I have asthma or some shit.
I mean, there are post-COVID shit. I don't know if I buy it too much, but It does seem to be a thing. Like my girlfriend got disability for it for like 6 months. I don't know if she was lying though. I have a feeling she was bullshitting.
I'm not.
But
I'm
I don't
not
know.
looking
I'm
for
not
admittance.
like I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying, like, I I didn't expect this level of stuff. Like, the way that like people talked about it felt so like flippant and non uh, consequential. But 2 times now in the last year, I've had almost like fucking ammonia or something. You know, like not pneumonia.
Well, you can get post pneumonia from it. That can happen. I'm going over New Jersey right now. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get hit really like Dan Cass saying. A lot of people get hit really hard. They get no energy. It really depends on the person. And I've heard people who like. I mean, I've had it twice and I had no effect. But then I read an interview about. I think it was Ben Affleck talking about. He said he had it twice, had no effect, and then the third time he got it, it hit him like really hard. Like couldn't
because there's
couldn't
so many
breathe. It
different
just
strains.
depends.
Like
You know.
I'm sure I initially had COVID
But the
and I
strains
didn't
now are
test for
getting
it because it
less.
was like nothing. But now it's like their mutations keep advancing, and I probably got COVID that didn't show up on my test that I bought from home. You know, and I paid $20 to show up negative, and then feel like I've gotten a worse version of it for the next 2 weeks. You know, it's like it's so fucking confusing and weird.
Yeah, but I feel like lately the virulence level has gone down, which is typical with a virus. It gets less virulent over time.
I don't know. I mean, I have people
I mean,
now
I'll say this.
without me even being there for the
I mean,
last week,
you didn't test positive,
still
so you
like
technically didn't
coughing
get it,
all over me.
right? You
And
technically didn't get it.
now I could really get sick again from all these fucking people
Yeah,
I didn't even be. I wasn't even around them for the last week.
yeah. I
I just
mean,
I
I don't
feel
know.
like everyone should just work from home. Like everyone should just fucking work from home.
Yeah, no one wants to do that anymore. People want to be in. I mean, that's another thing is like there was.
I don't want to be in. I don't need to fucking see these people for them to email me the same shit they're going to talk to
Yeah.
me about.
Well, I
Like
mean
I
that
don't
is
need
the
to see
truth.
them.
There's something with work from home that has shown that obviously you can still get everything done from home than you would, but a lot of people don't like it. I like it.
Like, I don't care. Like I literally got sick from this motherfucker coming into the office and gave me the flu.
Yeah.
Like they should have not fucking come in.
A lot of
They
people are
just
old school though. They want to do.
I know they think they're like a hard ass from never missing work and showing up every day, but you're contaminating everybody when you fucking do that. Whether you sit at your desk or you have a neutral area or whatever, like we're gonna fucking get it. It's airborne. You're like coughing constantly, and you have a fan behind you. It's gonna drift in my area. Like
Well, Dan Cass says get boosted and fuck some bitches.
I feel like boosters are just like a.
I just don't think it doesn't. I personally, I mean, I know this is a whole hot button issue. I just don't. I've seen people who are vaccinated and get hit hard, and I've
I'm
seen people who
vaccinated
aren't
and I got.
vaccinated and get hit easy, and vice versa. I don't know if they do a whole lot.
I got vaccinated and got really sick to where it makes me think like if I didn't get vaccinated, would I have like just died from it or been hospitalized? Like, what's the difference?
I don't know, but I mean, I'll say this. I think there's like, let's say you get the vaccine and get boosted. I think it might be better for anxiety. Like, I don't believe the people who are anti-vaxxers who are like, oh, this shit's gonna kill you, and I don't believe the people who are so crazy about COVID being like, oh, this is gonna kill you. I think it's both been exaggerated on both sides. But I think if you take the booster and it gives you a relief sense, I think that's important too. Just feeling like, I guess it's like placebo-ish, but just feeling that you got some help and that you're
I remember
semi-protected. That's the anxious people need
when
that kind of thing.
I first initially, um, you know, was required to be vaccinated just to apply for a job. You know, then
Well, that's
I reached
gone.
out to Dave and I said like, you know, what's going on with this? Have you like had any interaction? He said, I've been working on the vaccine, and a person I worked with died from it 2 weeks ago, and then it
Yeah.
like completely freaked me out. Like from then on, I had like a complex the
Yeah, well,
entire time.
he's actually working on the vaccine. Exactly. He was there.
I know,
And well,
and
it's when you hear the truth from people who've been working on it, they do tell you, you know. I mean, here's the
But
thing, it's a small
he said
percent.
like we basically used somebody in the office as a guinea pig, and they died a couple weeks later. It's like
Yeah.
once I heard that, I was like, oh my god, I have to do this, and I don't want to,
Yeah, I
but
felt the same
I
way. I
can
was
get
freaked.
around
Like
it
when I
because
got
they're
the first
requiring
two,
it
I
for
was
me to
freaked the
still
fuck
fly.
out. I mean, I was scared, but then it was like, oh, whatever. I've had a good run. I've seen the Giants win the Super Bowl twice. What else can you ask for, right?
You weren't alive for that shit.
Yeah, it was. I saw 2007, 2011. I was, dude, right now, actually, I'm flying over the Red Bull Stadium.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the '80s stuff. Yeah.
And
Well,
I
I
was
forgot
alive for
that.
that. I was alive for
I
89.
forgot that you went one with Eli.
Actually, I was alive for more. I was
I
alive
thought you
for
were talking
90.
about the Phil Simms shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember it, but 90 they won. I think they won 89.
Did you ever like think of stuff that happened either the year you were born or before it, to why they had sex for you to be born? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not getting you there.
So like you're born, say you're born in 1987, in 1986 something happened to where they wanted to have sex, and then you were born. Like what cultural significant stuff happened? For me, I think it was the Mets winning the World Series.
Oh, you don't think it was like Miami Vice or something? Maybe Miami
I
Vice was
do think it
on.
was, actually that's it's weird you brought that up because my mom loves Miami Vice,
Yeah, maybe.
so that could have had a ton to do with it.
Yeah, Dancat says I'm not thinking about my parents fucking. That's what you got to
I
think
wasn't
about.
until a minute ago.
Well, Dancast, what year were you born? We could start to think about
Yeah,
what was going
let's
on.
trace back where your parents had
Trace
sex.
back. Maybe it was a post 9/11. You
That
know,
should be
fuck.
like instead of that like whole like sending your saliva to find out your racial background. We should just
To the
have a
Mormons.
service where you tell us what your parents were doing at the time before you were born, and then we could trace back to when they had sex for your lineage. You know, that should. I feel like we could make some money off that. That could be good service.
All right, so you were born in '96. So probably what was happening in '95 that was big? Maybe the Seinfeld
The Olympics.
finale.
The Olympics. Wait, what? What we're looking for? What 95?
Yeah, what was the biggest events? Oh, maybe it was the. It could have been.
OJ.
It could have been
OJ
OJ.
got acquitted, and you're wearing
Yeah,
you're wearing
maybe.
parents
Yeah, maybe your parents are
celebrating.
celebrating the OJ acquittal.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. I'm gonna say they probably weren't. I remember, man, my family got in such a big arguments.
Pete, I feel like a lot of white people were like having celebratory sex that
My
was
dude, my
related to the
family.
OJ trial. Like,
I remember. Well, I specifically remember I remember watching on TV the Bronco going down the highway. I remember that,
yeah,
but
me too.
I remember my family was gotten all these arguments about OJ because my uncle was like a big shit stirrer, and he kept saying like he's not guilty until proven guilty, and he kept kind of saying that, and it like pissed off everybody. I think he was just doing it to like
Troll.
the troll. Yeah. Oh shit! I crashed into Montclair somewhere.
No, I've done that before. Like,
Crashed in
I
Montclair.
mean, I've done it somewhat intentionally, and then like unintentionally, subconsciously, where I catch myself doing it. You know, like I don't know about you, but like sometimes I just can't control how my mind works. It just
Yeah.
like does stuff, and then I have to live with the repercussions or like react to it a certain way. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just certain times I think stuff that I don't even want to, and then hopefully I don't say anything about it.
Yeah. That could be ADHD. I agree.
Yeah, like when I, when I said the
You might
whole
need that
phone splitting thing,
Adderall.
I immediately was like, why did I fucking say that? Like, what the fuck? You know, and it was like almost like a version of me looking at myself, questioning myself, like, why did you do that? Like, why vocalize it?
Oh yeah.
It's one thing to think it; it's another to like blurt it out loud for reactions.
Did you watch it, man? Yeah. Did you check
Did I
out
what?
Ip Man? Did you check out Ip Man? IP Man, Ip Man.
It sounds way too much like Hitman, which is that terrible movie franchise based on the game.
That's good. He's like a kung fu guy, and then the
No, I know. I'm
Japanese
not saying
comes
that. It's like
in.
when you say it, Hitman sounds like Hitman,
It's
which
excellent.
triggers a whole other different franchise of movies.
Yeah, Donnie Yen is the shit. I actually just downloaded a bunch of kung fu movies just to kind of get back into that. I got Rumble in the Bronx. I've never seen Rumble in the Bronx. So 90s looking though, which is nice. Like I remember when it's a weird feeling. Like I remember when these movies were around, like
Jackie
lower,
Chan movie?
yeah, just like lower budget action movies in the 90s had this really a very cool feel to them.
What
Very
is Rumble in the Bronx?
yeah, it's Jackie Chan. The Jackie Chan kung fu
No, I
movie
know, but
from
like I don't remember this shit at all. You do?
yeah, I remember it. Like yeah,
Where are you watching this on?
I didn't watch it. I'm saying I've never seen it, but I remember it being popular.
Oh, oh shit! Now I remember. Now the oh fuck, the hovercraft. I've seen this before.
Yeah, and it's just, kung fu in the 90s, man, was big.
No, that hovercraft shit's awesome, man. I always wanted a hovercraft.
I'm in French Polynesia now. So you don't have to travel, Leland. You can just do this. See? You flight simulator.
No,
Yeah,
I
that was
want
the
to
year
go to.
Tupac got shot.
I want to go to Seoul, in Korea, but I don't think Andrew knows Korean, so
No, he
he can't
does.
help me
He
out.
speaks Korean. He watches mostly
How do you know
Korean
that?
TV. He was talking about it. He watches mostly Korean. Korean is more where you want to get better quality shit. It's Korean shit. Like
Yeah, I
all the
like Korean a
if
lot.
you want to like watch good acting, that's Asian acting, you want to watch Korean shit. You absolutely do not want to watch Chinese shit. They
Do you know
over
where?
emote. Remember
Do you
that
know where?
Dragon Blade movie? Remember Dragon Blade?
Yeah, I love that shit. Where Jackie Chan's got his eyes ripped out and he's burning alive, on like with his arms chained up. That
With John
movie's fucked
Cusack?
up. Yeah, John Cusack. But that movie's like really dark and disturbing. Like that sequence is horrible, man. That's the way. That's one of the. I'll put it up there with Oh, what is that fucking spaceship movie?
I just
Where
made it good.
he's
I just flew through a fucking mountain like a pro right there, by the way. I had a legit good plane movement right there. I think I'm ready to join the Navy.
No, I didn't know Andrew knew Korean. I'm gonna have to.
He
I'm
knows a
gonna
little bit of
test the
Chinese
shit
too.
out of him now.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew's a weeb, man. He's a weeb. Total weeb.
Yeah, I'm a weeb. I like Asians. I don't know what it is about them. I just find them.
Well,
I
he
mean,
doesn't like
well,
anime
no,
or
I still
anything,
have
but
like certain things I'm looking for, but as like a floor, I prefer them.
I mean, I
I
know
don't
he
know.
doesn't like anime, but he likes like Korean TV shows, you know?
I don't like anime.
Yeah, I mean, the only anime I like is the Miyazaki shit. It's different
Yeah, but
though.
that's like Walt Disney.
Yeah, it's different. It's a little more
Like if
quality
you
or
like
something.
Walt Disney movies, he's it,
It's
it
not that
goes beyond
Disney-ish
like
though either though.
it
It's
goes
different than
beyond
Disney.
the look of the characters. It's the storytelling and writing that is what is really
But I wouldn't
great.
say
And
that
then
he's like I don't know. I don't know about that. The stories are very different than a Disney story, but I get what you're saying where
no, I don't mean to compare them to Disney. I'm saying just like
he's the
in
Japanese Disney
memory
kind
and
of.
reverence, he's up there with them.
Yeah.
Like he's there like Walt Disney.
Yeah, I get that. It just
He
definitely
should be. If he's not, he should be. Like
no, he is. He's regarded as
he
that.
spawned so much great stuff that came from that medium.
He's definitely
He
regarded
would
as
be
that. Yeah.
well. If he's not, he should be. I hope he is. Like he deserves that level of accolades and respect.
Me
All right, I'll
fucking
be back for a little bit.
yeah. I'm gonna boost the throttle. There we go. I'm going quick here. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get to that island all the way out there. People don't like him anymore. Miyazaki or Walt Disney? Fancast. I could see why people don't like You know what? I get it. It's the whole Jewish stuff, but I don't really buy that. I think that's some sensationalism. Or unless you're talking about Miyazaki. But Walt Disney, man, let's just like, if you read anything about him or watch anything on him, documentary wise, motherfucker was oh, Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie Chan's got some issues. I know with his son. Like I think he kind of abandoned him. All I'll say is though he's just definitely as far as kung fu goes, great. And I know he doesn't like those Rush Hour movies, but I mean Drunken Master, really good. That was actually when I named this stream here, I said Drunken Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was thinking of Drunken Master. That's a great kung fu movie. I think it's 1978. Goes back pretty far. And then there was a second one in the 90s, maybe 96 or something. He's good. He's a lot more comedy than a lot of these other kung fu guys. And like when you watch Donnie Yen, he's got no comedy to him. Ip Man is pretty much pure he's a good actor. As far as the Chinese actor, he's very good. Surprisingly good. Speaking of WoW, too, he was in the WoW movie. He played Gul'dan, which is embarrassing. It's like I would have never taken that role. That had to purely be just to get that shit some play in China. But I heard Donnie Yen was really good in John Wick 4. That's kind of why I've been on a little Donnie Yen kick. I want to go through all the Ip Man movies. And I think he was in that new Star Wars Rogue One or something. He was the blind guy. I think he's semi-blind in John Wick 4 from what I hear. I got to see that shit. I got to skip work and just go see that. Yeah, he was the blind. Yes, he was the blind guy in John Wick 4. Or I think semi-blind or something. I've just heard about the movie. Yeah, he's fucking awesome. He's very good. I heard so much cool shit about a lot of the people they used in that movie are in a lot of other movies, just other martial arts or kung fu movies. So it was a cool blend of a lot of different people. I've heard it was like a love story to martial arts and like performers. I definitely heard about there being like taekwondo, kung fu. I think John Wick has his own kind of style. I heard he was good with the nunchucks. Like I heard someone talk about how like when John Wick gets the nunchucks, it's like exactly what his style of fighting would do with it. Which I don't know what that means, but I kind of want to. I'm trying to get to this island. I'm an island boy. I'm trying to make it. But yeah, Ip Man, good shit. I recommend it. I think anyone would like it. It's very pro Chinese though. That's one thing when I was rewatching it, I was like, ooh, I get why they like this. It's like anti-Japanese, very pro-Chinese citizen. I noticed that about a lot of their movies. They really put that in. And I know, like, the Monkey King is a movie that's been made over there like hundreds of times because it has a lot of communist China themes. So anything that's got a theme like that, they like to push. Yeah, it's a little creepy. That's why I mean I like a good kung fu movie though. That's why I didn't mind Shang-Chi, the Marvel movie. I don't think it was that good or anything, but I liked the kung fu in it. I mean I definitely didn't like that I think it was a female character, Aquafina is the actress or rapper. She was annoying as shit. But I liked that just that there was kung fu in it. Did you see Shang-Chi? I don't think anyone saw that movie, so I'm probably alone in that. Marvel's been just such a tank. It's kind of sad too cuz I mean, I was never a big Marvel fan, but I would still see a lot of the movies. And now it's like they don't even put something out that the general public would want to see. You know, when you can't put out a movie that the general public wants to see, that's kind of bad for them. That's what they were relying off of for a long time. And I don't count Spider-Man because I think it's owned by Sony, so you can throw that one out there. So let's see. Shang-Chi, or yeah, and Disney destroys every IP. It's oh so true. It's disgusting. And then they try to claim that they're not. They're also one of those companies that's too big to fail, so they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. It was much better before it got to Disney. I didn't think it would be such a downhill from that. I didn't think them buying it was going to be such a big deal, but it really turned out to be. That's where it's like, I mean, I see people who love these Marvel comics and movies, and they're fucked because they're not getting anything they want. And just also the regular fucks I work with, they'll talk about like, oh yeah, we saw the Marvel movies. They still seem to like it, but I think it's because kids still just like they'll eat it up no matter what. And I get it. I mean, I watched Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and as a kid, I enjoyed that shit. But if you look back at those movies, they're pretty awful. But I mean, the first Batman that came out, I think it was like '89. It was fucking huge. And then also I'll go back to the start of the superhero shit. I did like that. Like the start of it of the modern times is the X-Men movies. And I think I want to say it's like year 2000, but they're pretty good. Like X-Men 1 and X-Men 2, even though they're in like the leather outfits, they're still pretty good. They really started this wave. Yeah, and then there are some Marvel movies that aren't the junk food. Iron Man was legitimately good, legitimately great movie. The first one, at least, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, legitimately good movie. Very different. And then I'll even say this: the Shazam, the first movie, was pretty good. I've heard this recent one kind of sucks, and I know it's like tanking. I mean, I was looking at the box office stuff, and I was happy to see it. Like, John Wick is ripping it up. Ripping it up. It's like doubling the score of Shazam in like a week. I think Shazam's been out for 3 weeks, and it already like went past it in a weekend. Like, that's what I want to see. I just don't know if the whole move to James Gunn's going to really do anything. I mean, I hear that the Flash movie is going to be pretty good. So if that's good, then it's weird because then where do you go from there? If the Flash movie is good and people like it, and then you just throw everything out, what's that going to do for the whole series, the whole DC universe? When you have a movie that people like, that none of those characters are coming back. Except I don't know, like the little girl Superman, kind of lame. It would be nice to see a Superman that is cool and good, because we haven't got it. And I like Henry Cavill. I feel very bad for the actor because he's good. He fits the role. He was just never given a story that was worth a shit. Same with I'll even go so far as same with Ben Affleck. He would be a fine Batman. He just never had a story that would have been good. I was looking at that guy from Elvis. He really could be the next Superman rather. He's kind of got a Superman look. I forget his name. He looks like he could be the next Superman. Unless it's Ellen Page. Maybe they'll go to Elliot Page rather. Do some gender swap. Why not? Or you know what? Do a race swap too. Race and gender swap. Why not make the girl who is precious be Superman? That I think I'm gonna crash into this island. By the way, that's been the goal. I've been looking for it so I could crash into this shit. I'm getting close. I wish I could click M and see a map. Like I just want to see a map. Oh wait. Oh, there you go. There's the map. Okay. Looks blue. It looks blue. Oh, because I'm over a fucking ocean. Oh, okay. All right. That's why. Malpiti. Okay. That's where I'm at. Where am I in the world? Where am I? Oh, man. I got a far way to go to get to anything. Oh, man. Have a good one over there. I hope you have a good time in LA. Thanks for stopping by, man. Always love it. You're good company in the Wizard Shack. You're always welcome in the Wizard Shack. And it could be the bourbon talking, but thanks for coming out, man. Check out Ip Man. Download that shit. Watch it on the plane. Ip Man. You'll like it. Really highly recommend it. Back. Looks good. They'll be flying. What are you watching? What are you doing over there, Leland? Sounds like a lot of noise. You baking a cake over there? Are you watching Dinner with Andre? You ever see Dinner with Andre? Can't see that kind of movie getting made these days. I am where? Let's see. Where am I in the world? I am over. I am over an airport. That's interesting. Malpiti. It's an asphalt airport. Let's see. Oh shit. Can I make it? I'm gonna try to crash into this shit. This seems like a nice thing to crash into. Oh man, I'm trying to just. Oh come on! I've been going so far just to crash into this island. Did a flip though there. That's some Navy shit. That's some Top Gun shit. You want to see some Top Gun shit? That's this right here. All right, yeah. Come on. No, I want to go over there. I'm already going the wrong way. Come on.
Mac.
Oh yeah, what? Damn, that was wild, man. Would you watch dinner? Did you watch the whole movie Dinner with Andre or something? Or
No, I.
were we watching Dinner with Andre over there?
You want to really know what I did?
I feel
I
like you
went to the
watched the whole
bathroom,
Dinner with
I took a
Andre.
piss, and then I trimmed my beard. I don't know. I just felt like
Okay.
doing it.
Yeah,
I
you got
had
to get
friends
that in.
involved. Then I poured up a little bit of whiskey with some water and a bunch of ice and microdosed an edible. So I'm good
Whiskey
for
with
like an
water.
hour.
That's an old fashioned, right? You're drinking an old fashioned, hey?
No, I'm drinking whiskey with some water and ice.
Yeah, that's old fashioned, right? Am I wrong?
You need a name for that? I mean, it's water and alcohol.
I think it's called
Does
something.
that really deserve a title? Not that creative.
What kind of whiskey?
So, like I said, I'm good for an hour. I don't know where I'll be uh, 30 minutes from now, but if you're trying to do something, well, I'll be sentient. Let's get it in.
Well, what are you trying to do? Trying to get some WoW in here? I feel like I'll just switch over to WoW. I don't need to change. I don't need to change my tags. Whatever. This will be part of the flight
Fuck it. We're
simulator.
flight simulating. Wow.
Yeah, I'll switch over now. I'm not
I mean,
getting
I
anything
mean
out of
the
this.
the drunk tags apply. You might want to just switch the flight simulator stuff
Oh
though.
yeah, I'm like 6 drinks in.
You don't sound any different. Maybe
Maybe I need to get
it's
7. Oh,
like
actually, I finished my bottle. I finished this big bottle.
maybe
It's got
all that like slurred speech and stuff is not as uh impactful over.
I feel like though if I go any further, I'll be hungover. So I try to avoid that. You
Yeah,
know,
no, that's true.
I
I
don't get
mean,
hungover,
I'm
which
kind of like
is
I feel like going
I
all
know my
out right now
limit.
just because of the playoffs, like fantasy playoffs. Like the last 2 weeks, I've just been microdosing and going like crazy just because.
So you're just like
Not that it like
microdose.
helps in any way. I just feel like celebrating the fact that I got there.
Wait, like how much butt hash are you doing at a time? Like a gram?
I don't smoke weed anymore.
No, I'm talking
I
butt
have to.
hash. I'm talking real
Oh,
shit, man.
I missed that. I only heard the gram part
Like a gram
because
of
I
butt
thought you were asking me
hash.
like if I was still smoking like bud. No, uh, I don't know how people would dose that. I feel
You're
like
not,
you dip it, you know,
yeah.
like you just have somebody's asshole spread open, and then you just like put your pinky in, like your like with your coke nail, and then do it like that.
Oh, you're on Wow, I see. All right, I'm signing in.
I just logged on right now.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
We're
I mean,
loaded.
what I did was I got some edibles and then I cut them up because I wanted to get more out of them over a longer period of time.
Right.
And they were jellies, which I kind of like jellies. Uh, I feel like they're easier to ration. I feel like like when you made them, they're evenly distributed amongst everything. It's not like I feel like with cookies and that kind of shit, you don't know from one to the next what you're gonna get. Sometimes I
Yeah.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just
Well,
trust vendors. You know?
you can you
Watching you
can
make them, I feel
rationalize
like
it.
the process is really I don't know. I just have more confidence in it. So